Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of the Early Parenting Podcast. In today's episode, I'm chatting all about what it's like to introduce a new sibling into the household and how best to prepare your babe for the new brother or sister. So let's dive in. Welcome to the Early Parenting Podcast, where we help you navigate the somewhat tricky world of parenthood so you can love the crap out of being a mama. I'm your host, Jen Butler, and I'm an early parenting consultant and a mama of two busy boys. Join me as I explore all things early parenting and deliver them to you in toddler-friendly, bite-sized lessons. Because let's be honest, your toddler is probably smothering pseudo-cream on the wall as we speak. I'll be dropping my hottest tips on baby and toddler sleep, feeding, boobs, behaviour, and so much more. Are you ready to feel confident in motherhood? Let's dive in. This episode's brought to you by the Crying Baby Checklist, my brand new freebie, which takes you through the 6 most common reasons why your new baby will be crying. If you want to get an understanding of the most common reasons for why your baby's crying, what's going on with their development and why that crying's happening, and how to calm your crying baby, then make sure to download this freebie. You can download this freebie at jenbutler.mykajabi, which is kajabi.com/crying-baby-checklist. Make sure to grab your copy today. All right, on to the episode. Okay, ask any parent who has introduced a new sibling to the household and they'll have a different story to tell you on how it went. And it's no surprise, really, because how our children cope with a new sibling will depend on so many factors. So examples of these factors include their personality or temperament, whether they already have other siblings, the age gap between your children, and these are just to name a few. So my story, Max had turned 2 only 3 weeks before Ted arrived. In the first month, Max was a dream. He seemed to take on new brotherhood like a boss. And then around 5 weeks, things changed. Max's sleep regressed and he started acting out and hitting his new baby Ted. And I'm pretty sure he was whacking us as well. It's as though it sunk in that this little babe was here to stay, and he kind of wasn't impressed with that. But when Ted was 6 weeks old, we actually went on a holiday with our family, so Ryan and the 4 of us, and our extended families too, my sister and my brother. So Max got so much one-on-one time during this time with us and his aunties and uncle. And by the time we came home, he had settled down again and adjusted to life as a new bro. Now, as much as I'd love to book in a holiday every time I have a new baby to help my children adjust to their new sibling, it's probably not always feasible. So that leads me into ways to help your old babe or babes, whether you've got 1 or 2 or more, transition to life with their new sibling. Number 1. Talk about the change and talk about it often. Having conversations about the new baby coming and how the household is going to change is so important. So be honest here. Let them know that mummy and daddy will have another baby to look after and that they might be busier. They might not get to you as quickly. They might have their hands full more often. No matter the age gap, this message is received if you talk about it often. Number 2, use role play to play out what life will look like. So buy a cheap baby doll from Kmart or wherever and practice looking after your baby with your child or your children. So you might practice feeding the baby, you might practice changing baby's nappy, settling baby in the bassinet, all of those sorts of things that you're realistically going to be doing once Bubs arrives. And the beauty about doing this is that when your baby comes, your older baby can use the baby they look after. Now, we did this with Max, and baby Nat that I use, that you see on my Instagram when I'm doing demonstrations, or in my coursework, or if you're a client of mine, you'll see baby Nat, and that's the baby that we used for role play to prepare Max. Number 3, talk through aggressive behavior with your babe. So if you notice that your child is aggressive towards your new baby, then remind yourself that they're not giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time. Their whole world has just been turned upside down, and their emotions may see them express themselves in ways that seem less desirable. So if you notice aggressive behavior, take your child aside and talk to them about their behavior and attach an emotion to it. So what I mean by this is you might say something like, I know you're feeling jealous of the new baby, but it's not okay to hit him. So what you're doing there is you're taking a guess at what the feeling is that your toddler or your child is having. And you're also talking them through what appropriate behavior is. This takes patience and persistence, guys, and you're not going to get it right all the time. But it's such a fabulous strategy to help name an emotion that your toddler or child is feeling and help to direct them towards appropriate behavior. And number 4, try and give your child one-on-one time. So you're going to feel really stretched, guys. So even if this is just 15 minutes of quality one-on-one time, reading a book together, going for a walk together, having one-on-one play, this is going to help fill your toddler or child's or children's love bucket to the brim. This is another great opportunity to talk about all of the change and how it must be impacting their life. And just let them know how much you love them despite all of the change. At the end of the day, all of the tricky transitions that your child experiences when a new sibling comes into the house is all related to them, their emotions, and them feeling just rattled by all of the change. So the more you talk about it with them, help name their emotions and help talk about behavior that you'd like them to see and giving them that one-on-one time, it's going to help ease that transition hugely. I hope that you found all of these tips super helpful and that bringing a new baby into your household is nothing but bliss. If it's a tricky transition, these will certainly help to ease the emotional load that your older child or children are experiencing. So I hope you enjoyed the episode and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to the episode, Mama. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to share the episode with a friend, with your mother's group, or tag me at Jen Butler Early Parenting on Instagram. The more that know about this podcast, the more people I can help. If you're looking for support that is personalised for your babe and tailored to your family's needs, then make sure to head on over to my website, www.jenniferbutler.com.au, and check out how we can work together so you can move through motherhood with confidence. Catch you in the next episode, Mama.